These are your highlights from the third of the Americas matches from week 14, the final week of studio play. This last match was Phil Galfond of the San Francisco Rush taking on Felipe Ramos of the Sao Paulo Mets. Into game one, and it was the Brazilian Felipe who took the early lead in this one. Hand 28 took Galfond with king 7, Felipe with king 4 and 2 pairs. Galfond played a nice bluff on the turn with a bet of over 8k, and Felipe then folded the best hand. It meant he moved ahead in this game. Hand 32 and Ramos needed an ace or 7. Both came on the flop for the Brazilian, but then a 5 hit on the turn for Galfond, and it was all over. San Francisco finally getting lucky to take the first 3 points of the game. On to game 2, and if San Francisco won another 3 points, it meant they would make the playoffs. Felipe took the early lead again, and in hand 10 he picked up kings. Galfond with jack 4, his pair of 4s not enough to beat the Cowboys, and Ramos took the lead even more. Hand 19 was jacks for Galfond, ace 2 for Felipe. It was an all-in and a call pre-flop. No help for the Brazilian on the flop, or on the turn, or on the river. Galfond had done it, and with that, San Francisco were off to Vegas. But still, there was one more game, and could Galfond make it a clean sweep? This time, Phil took the early lead for the Rush. Hand 18 saw Phil bet out 8.2k on the river with his pair and the better hand. Felipe went through the options before deciding to call. It was a great value bet from Phil, and he went ahead even more. Hand 25 was king 7 for Phil, flopping top pair, and 9-3 for Ramos, who flopped 2 pairs with his 9-3. It was a safe turn card for Felipe. It was an evil river card for the Brazilian, Phil hitting another king. He bet out 12k, and Felipe went into the tank. It was a good fold. Phil went ahead even more. And soon enough, the chip lead changed in a flash. Felipe getting lucky, he managed to then win it, but it didn't change the result, and San Francisco took this down, clinching their space in Vegas.